Have you ever noticed that the calmest man in the room is usually the one who wins? Without raising his voice, without rushing, and without needing to prove anything to anyone. That's not personality. That's samurai psychology. While others speak louder, rush decisions, or react emotionally, he stands still, grounded, observant, almost unreadable. And yet, somehow, he is the one who consistently wins. In conversations, in conflict, in life. This is not coincidence. It is psychology. More precisely, it is samurai psychology. A mindset forged not in comfort, but in pressure, danger, and consequence. Modern society teaches men to react fast, express everything, and chase validation. The samurai were trained to do the opposite. They understood something most people never learn. The calmer you are, the more control you have over yourself and over the situation. Calm is not weakness. Calm is dominance without noise. When a man remains calm, his nervous system stays regulated, his breathing slows, his vision widens, his mind stops collapsing inward. This gives him access to clarity, and clarity always beats chaos. While others are trapped inside emotional storms, the calm man sees patterns, intentions, and opportunities invisible to reactive minds. The samurai called this state heijoshin, a calm, unwavering mind, whether facing peace or death. They trained to remain centered while chaos unfolded around them, not because they lacked fear, but because they refused to let fear command their actions. And this principle applies far beyond combat. In arguments, the calm man listens while others expose themselves. In business, he waits while others rush and miscalculate. In relationships, he remains grounded while emotions fluctuate. People subconsciously sense this. Calm creates gravity. Others begin to orbit around it. Neuroscience supports what the samurai already knew centuries ago. Emotional reactivity shuts down the prefrontal cortex, the part of the brain responsible for judgment, planning, and decision-making. When emotions spike, intelligence drops. But when a man stays calm, his cognitive resources remain fully available. He thinks clearly while others self-sabotage. This is why calm men appear lucky. They are not lucky, they are stable. The calm man does not chase control externally. He cultivates it internally. And once you control yourself, the world becomes far easier to navigate. Another hidden advantage of calm is predictability, control. Reactive men are easy to manipulate. You push their buttons and they respond exactly as expected. Calm men are unpredictable, not because they are erratic, but because they are not emotionally programmable. This unsettles people who rely on emotional leverage. The samurai understood that the man who controls his emotions controls the battlefield, whether that battlefield is physical, social, or psychological. But here is the deeper truth. Calm is not something you act. It is something you train. True calm is forged through discipline, not personality. It is built by repeatedly choosing restraint over impulse, awareness over reaction, and purpose over ego. A calm man does not rush to defend his image. He does not explain himself unnecessarily. He does not panic when challenged. He knows who he is, and that knowledge becomes armor. This is why calm men rarely beg, chase, or plead. They move with quiet certainty, and certainty is magnetic. The samurai believed that when the mind is still, intuition sharpens. Decisions become faster, not slower. Calm is not hesitation. It is precision, like an arrow drawn slowly, then released with unstoppable force. In a world addicted to noise, the calm man becomes dangerous, not because he seeks conflict, but because he is prepared for it. And this leads us to the next level of samurai psychology. Why calm men don't just survive pressure, they use it. Chaos exhausts itself. Calm endures. This is one of the most overlooked truths in human behavior. Emotional people burn massive amounts of mental and physical energy reacting to everything. Calm men conserve energy. Over time, the difference becomes devastating. The samurai trained under constant stress, hunger, cold, fear, the possibility of death. Yet their goal was not to eliminate pressure, but to befriend it. Pressure was not the enemy. Loss of composure was. A calm man understands this. Pressure reveals character. When things go wrong, when plans collapse, when emotions run high, that is when leadership is decided, not by strength, not by words, but by emotional stability. This is why, in crises, people instinctively look to the calmest person in the room. Calm signals competence. The human brain associates emotional control with capability. Even without credentials, the calm man is trusted. In modern life, this plays out everywhere. At work, the calm man becomes the problem solver while others panic. In relationships, he becomes the emotional anchor instead of the emotional burden. In conflict, he gains leverage because he is not desperate to win immediately. Calm creates time advantage. When you are not emotionally rushed, you can wait. And the man who can wait usually wins. The samurai believed impatience was a form of weakness. Reactivity exposed openings. Calmness closed them. A calm warrior could watch an opponent make mistakes, overcommit, reveal intent, and then act once, decisively. This is exactly how calm men win. Arguments without raising their voice. They let others talk. They let emotions spill. They let inconsistency surface. Silence becomes strategy. There is also a darker truth. People test boundaries emotionally. They provoke, push, and manipulate to see who breaks. Calm men fail these tests, meaning they pass them, because they don't give emotional reactions as rewards. This makes calm men hard to control. Another reason calm men win is identity stability. They do not tie their self-worth to outcomes. Loss does not destroy them. Failure does not define them. This emotional independence gives them resilience. They recover faster, adapt quicker, and learn deeper lessons. The samurai accepted impermanence. Victory and defeat were both temporary. Only discipline remained. This mindset removes fear. And when fear dissolves, clarity takes its place. A calm man does not confuse urgency with importance. He chooses actions deliberately. And deliberate actions compound over time. Calm also creates presence. When a man is calm, he is fully where he is. His attention is not fragmented by anxiety, regret, or anticipation. Presence sharpens perception. He notices details others miss. Tone shifts, body language, timing. This is why calm men often say less but mean more. They don't need to dominate conversations. They don't need to prove intelligence. They don't need external validation. Their confidence is quiet because it is real. The samurai believed that mastery begins when emotion no longer controls motion. When the mind is clear, the body follows effortlessly. Action becomes natural. And this brings us to the final lesson. Calm men always win, not because they overpower others, but because they outlast them. In a reactive world, emotional stamina becomes a weapon. While others burn out, the calm man remains. While others collapse under pressure, he adapts. While others chase control externally, he has already secured it internally. This is samurai psychology. Train calm like a muscle. Choose restraint over impulse. Let silence replace reaction. Because the man who controls his inner world never truly loses control of the outer one. There is a moment in every confrontation, internal or external, when chaos reaches its peak. Voices rise, emotions spill, certainty collapses. Most men break at this point. They rush, they force, they react. The calm man does not. This is where samurai psychology reveals its final and most decisive advantage: emotional sovereignty. The samurai were taught that the greatest enemy is never the man in front of you. It is the disturbance within you. Once your emotions are hijacked, your actions no longer belong to you. You become predictable, and predictability is defeat. A calm man is sovereign over his inner world. He does not deny emotion, he masters it. Fear may appear, anger may arise, doubt may whisper, but none of them are given the steering wheel. They are observed, not obeyed. This creates something rare in the modern world: unshakable presence. Presence is not charisma. It is not loud confidence. It is the quiet authority of a man who is fully anchored in the present moment. His words land heavier because they are few. His movements carry intention. His silence feels deliberate, not empty. People feel this immediately. That is why calm men do not need to assert a dominance. It is already assumed. The samurai understood that when the mind is calm, the body moves without friction. Action flows naturally. There is no hesitation because there is no internal debate. Decision and execution become one. This is why calm men often act at the exact right moment. Not early, not late. They wait while others rush. They observe while others react. They move when the path is clear. And when they move, it is decisive. Another overlooked truth is this: calm men are hard to destabilize emotionally, which makes them extremely difficult to manipulate. Guilt tactics fail. Provocation fails. Emotional bargaining fails. When someone cannot pull you into their emotional frame, they lose leverage. This is power. Not power over others, power over oneself. In relationships, this creates deep attraction and respect. The calm man does not absorb emotional chaos. He does not mirror instability. He becomes the stabilizing force. And humans are instinctively drawn to stability, especially in uncertain environments. In leadership, this creates trust. When others panic, the calm man becomes the reference point. People follow the one who appears grounded when everything feels uncertain. In personal growth, this creates momentum. Calm allows consistency. Consistency creates results. Results build confidence. Confidence reinforces calm. This is the quiet cycle of mastery. The samurai believed that discipline was the highest form of self-respect. Calm was the visible expression of that discipline. A man who has trained his mind does not need to announce it. His behavior reveals it. And here is the final lesson most people never hear. Calm men win because they are not fighting themselves. Reactive men waste enormous energy resisting reality, wishing things were different, reacting emotionally to outcomes they cannot control, replaying the past or fearing the future. Calm men accept reality as it is, then move intelligently within it. Acceptance is not surrender. Acceptance is clarity. Once you see clearly, action becomes simple. The calm man does not ask, "How do I look?" He asks, "What needs to be done?" He does not ask, "How do I feel about this?" He asks, "What is the correct response?" This shift alone separates men who drift from men who advance. In the end, samurai psychology is not about fighting others. It is about conquering the internal noise that keeps most people stuck. When the noise fades, what remains is focus. When focus remains, progress becomes inevitable. Calm is not passive. Calm is prepared. Calm is dangerous in the right hands. And the man who masters calm does not need to chase victory. Victory finds him.